Hello all, welcome back to our channel. I hope you are all doing good. In this video, we are going to discuss about top 5 DevOps and cloud certifications in 2025. There are lot of certifications available in this cloud and domain space. That is why people are get confused which certification opt for their in order to perform their day-to-day activities. Often I have received lot of requests from my subscribers or from my followers, also from various community professionals asking. There are a lot of certification in this space. So tell me which certification I should opt for. So I have decided, okay, so let me record a video so that this video will be helpful for everybody. Also, this will be reach for wider audience in order to clarify their doubts with respect to cloud and DevOps space certifications. Okay, as I understand, yes, everybody knows there are lot of certification in this space. So because of that, we can't go for each and every certification in order to perform or in order to complete their certification to do their activities. So that is the reason I have come up with some idea. So by researching all those things and gone through a lot of syllabus for each and every certifications, since I have also done a couple of certifications in cloud computing, in AWS cloud computing, also Terraform, also in Kubernetes. So that's what, okay, let me put my experience to understand, to make sure that everybody can able to understand. It will be useful for in order to perform there or in order to go for their certifications. So I'm just I'm just collecting all those information along with my real time experience, also from my certification experience. Also, I've researched for all the syllabus right now. What are the syllabus which will be available for these certifications, and as well as for collecting those information. So I have come up with this certification, these top 5 certifications. So we will go through one by one to understand for the to understand about the certification importance and how this will be used for these organizations and what is the purpose of these particular certifications. So in this list we have our first certification, which is called Certified Kubernetes Administrator, which is CKE. This is one of the important certifications. Since why I'm telling for the certifications, see, as we all know, in right now, all the organizations they are converting their monolithic based application into microservices based application. So when application gets migrated or maybe built and a microservices based architecture, so company always thinking about this application should be gets deployed into Kubernetes platform. Okay, that is why this certification grabs this kind of wider audience or is covered most of the applications or most of the organizations. That's why I kept this certification as a first place. That is one of the first important points. And other important point is that this application, this certification having lot of syllabus, which means that it's cover lot of topics with respect to containerization and orchestrate, how application gets deployed, how container platform works, and how orchestration will work, sir, and how Kubernetes cluster infrastructure looks like, and what is the use, everything. So it's basically for working, networking, load balancing, all those covers, right? So that is the reason. So I have decided put this certification as a first place. So you can go ahead and understand in case if you want to go for the certification. This is my first certification. This is my certification is is there in the first list. Okay, this another point. So next point is that, yeah, this application is practical oriented. So you will be provided in the examination in a cluster infrastructure. So you have to solve their questions in order to make sure these certifications are in order to earn these certifications. That is one of the advantage, unlike other certifications. And also, as we discussed earlier, so lot of companies which already opted for this Kubernetes based application deployment. So if you go for any kind of job descriptions, almost most of the job description having Kubernetes as a preferred skill, and few companies they're asking still for the required skill. Okay, so these are the some of the points which have been collected so that you can understand for this certification importance. Based on that, you can decide and go for the examination or go for the certification. So in my list, the next certification is for AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate. This is for the associate level certification. So right now, if we talk about most of the organization, almost all organization, they adopted for cloud based migrations, right? So cloud based hosted applications. So which means they're using for cloud services in order to perform their business operation or maybe any kind of workload which already running it. So so that is the reason cloud computing is one of the main and one of the important skills in that during these years or maybe for upcoming years. So that's what in my list. The second certification is AWS Certified Solution Architect. This is for associate level certification. So in case, what I would recommend is that in case somebody want to transition from other domain into cloud or maybe for freshers, see, I would prefer or I would recommend instead of going for directly associate level, so I would recommend for those people try with or go with for practitioner level, which is for the basic level, so that in case you I don't want to, so you no need to take for examination. So what I would suggest, go and study for the syllabus and make sure that understand all the concept, and so that you will be comfortable for cloud based ecosystem. Okay, so that's why, so better to understand or better to know all the concept about what is cloud computing, how cloud computing is work, what is the use of cloud computing, what are the services available, which service is used for what purpose. So these are the things you have to understand, but so that it will be useful for the next, maybe if you go for the advanced level, right? So that's what I would recommend. You complete the syllabus, understand the concept. In case if you want to take an exam, you try for some practice exam. So make sure that you will be comfortable. So no need to take for the official exam, but you take for the practice exam and make sure you will be comfortable on that. But when you go for the official certification, yes, I would recommend for Solution Architect Associate. This is for some advanced level. So also this certification cover broad knowledge, so broad understanding about the cloud computing. So you can very well go on that. So when we talk about some of the features, right? So as I told you, most of the companies already opted for cloud services. So that's why you need to learn for this. And also you can understand how cloud computing solution is used for their industry based or organization or current industry based applications, so you can understand. So also there are a lot of services which will be available. You can understand how this system works and how this system solve for the use cases or client issues. Okay, so that is the reason in my list this is for the second certification. So this kind of advanced level, maybe this will be worth in case if you want to go for that. So the next certification in my list, yeah, certified Kubernetes application developer. So this is another certification from Kubernetes. As I told you, Kubernetes, which is very, very important since all most of the applications which will be running in Kubernetes platform. So if you complete for CKA exam or CKA certification, the CKAD certification, which is very easy. So since CKAD almost cover 60 to 65 percentage of syllabus. So this will be helpful for your clearing those exam. Also, you can brush up your understanding. Also, you can know from the broader way. So that's why. So this is my third certification. So why? Because this will be focusing for building and deploying application in Kubernetes platform, right? So this most widely used uh, platform, and most of the people are opting for this certification as well. Okay, this is also one of the important certifications, and this will be based on practical based if you go for the examination. Okay, so the next certification in my list, which is for AWS Certified DevOps Engineer Professional. So, and one more thing I want to highlight here. See, I am just talking about the in a cloud platform only for AWS perspective. It's not like that each company will be using for only AWS. There are other vendors like Azure, Google Cloud, Oracle. Okay, so there are many. So I would, because I am just explaining about practitioner level, which is foundational, associate, advanced level certification. Similarly, you need to figure out, or maybe in case if you are using for Google Cloud, you need to figure out which cert- which certification you have to go for each and every cloud computing. For example, I have just mentioning about AWS. So you can mention, you can also think through, maybe if you are using for Google Cloud, you can go for what is the certification for practitioner, and what is the associate, what is the advanced or maybe professional version. Similarly, if you are using for Oracle Cloud, you can go ahead and understand which certification for practitioner, associate, and professional level. So this way you can understand, you take for that in case if you want to take. That's why I have not mentioned each and every vendor certification. I have just mentioned for your reference only for AWS certifications. Okay, so the next certification in my list is for fourth is Certified DevOps Engineer Professional. So as we are discussing here for DevOps and cloud professional role, right? So that is why I took this certifications. So if you want to cover this, or if you want to study with respect to the syllabus, you can realize, you can understand full end-to-end DevOps cultures, and what are the CI/CD pipeline process, and also how application, once application gets committed, how this application gets or build, test, deploy into that into that Kubernetes platform or into that cloud platform. So that's why I put this application, or I put this certification in a fourth place. So you can, in case once you have completed all those three certifications, or maybe you can go ahead and opt for this. Okay, so this is my fourth one. Then we'll move on to the next certification, which is for Certified Kubernetes Security Specialist. So I just provided this certification because security is always key concept for any one of the organization, or any organization. Certification one of the key concept. So that is why we need to understand from the security perspective. So what are the best practices we need to use in case if you want, or in case if you want to build and deploy your application in a Kubernetes based, or maybe any kind of uh, Kubernetes related, or maybe for container based applications. So container based platform. So that's why I mentioned security certified Kubernetes facility certificate. So this is one of the difficult certification, as I know. So you, in case if you want to understand or study all those things, so this will be very helpful for your day to day, or maybe for your cloud and DevOps space. job, or maybe job market, or for your active, or maybe for your job, in order to perform your day-to-day works. So I just covered pretty much information about these top five certification. I hope these are all very helpful for you. I understand this. I hope this list will be helpful for you. So I would recommend, in case if you want to go through, or if you want to go for certification, you follow the certification. Also, these are whatever the certification which you have discussed. These are very very useful, and also very already using for the companies. So in a real time, since we know this, we know most of the application we will be working on it. We know this. These are the important certifications. So you can go ahead and do the things, or in case if you want to perform the things. And also one more point is that, so certification is providing in a in a specified, or maybe the proper way learning, and also you will understand how the system built, and how the system works. So I would recommend this good way of learning, and you can do that. So in case somebody want not able to opt for this certification, it's fine, totally fine. You can go ahead and study for the curriculum, or study for the syllabus, and make sure that you understand the concept. The main important tips I want to give it here. So certification will always give for the entrance, but you have to build your applications. Practical knowledge is always essential. So try to build your application, or try to work with your applications, and so that this will give you more exposure. So this will help you for your interview, as well as for your uh, job work. Okay, that's what the tips I want to highlight. So I hope it's helpful. And also, I won't recommend for, so you don't want to go for behind for the certifications. Also, don't want to get multiple certification in your badge list. So it's fine. So in case if you want to go for, so figure out which role you are performing for, and which certification is used for your organization or your growth. So based on that, you can go ahead. And more, I would prefer more on build a project, and add those projects in your GitHub repository, so that it will give you more weightage, and also you will learn many things. So that's what practice makes man perfect. That's why. So this will give you more exposure rather than completing the certifications. I hope this video is helpful. Uh, Thanks for watching. In case if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and share with your friends, so that this will motivate, or this kind of motivation, it will give me more confidence, so that I will go and create for the this kind of content in future. Thank you very much. All the very best. See you in the next video.